the harder the damage it gets.
Yeah, I think that they will consider the Chango this time because it might be banned out.
Yeah.
So the idea here is Burmese Ghoals should look for a Durance carrier. And definitely Chango is one of those candidates to actually hold the Durance. And it makes a lot of sense this time. And you know what, Manjin, we have predicted everything.
Predicted everything, man. 100% predict.
100% predictions.
Predictions since yesterday, bro.
Since yesterday.
Since yesterday, we're on a roll right now. Okay, so what do they ban? For Team Burmese Ghouls, the Masha and the Granger is still open for the taking. So I think if they want that cover-up type of play style, they do want this, but that is dangerous because again, 8% magic damage from the Lunox.
Based on the HP.
Yeah, based on the HP, the Lunox second skill plus that percent damage, the 4% extra proc from the true damage from the carry is their main tool to deal with this Masha pick or probably the Grok pick and of course the Hylos in the front line. So for Team Axis, they will ban out the last remaining late game hero, which is the Claude. So the Granger is the only one left as the S tier marksman.
Granger makes a lot of sense for Burmese Ghouls. I think they will consider banning out a tank this time. Like for example, get the Akai out or the Lolita, so that it will not be available for Axis Esports to get because they can counter it. Another option is the Baksha, which we saw yesterday. Which kind of is good against the Burmese Ghouls, but instead they're going to go and ban out the Valier this time.
Okay, so I think they will go all in. The main problem for the Valier here is that it can negate an immediate dive because of the pushback of the Searing Flames.
Yeah.
They will probably go for an assassin right now or a fighter still to match up with the Glorious Pathway mobility.
Jawhead.
Okay, there you go. There you go. That is a fighter.
Picking.
It's a Jawhead. So they will go for pick-offs right now.
Yeah, they will definitely go for pick-offs this time. Axis Esports, they will go for Lolita. Lolita makes a lot of sense against the Chango. But what I like about this is Jawhead is actually an answer to the Lolita. We will explain later. Masha is going to be the pick. So the idea here is, Manjin, when you go for the Jawhead, you go for the ejector. And you put the ejector up, the Lolita Bulwark will be negated. It's automatic. It will be cancelled. That's because of the knock-up.
Yeah, because of the knock-up. And plus, I do feel that the Jawhead is a good substitute for the Kaja. It is a good option.
Bruno.
The ejector is not an ultimate. It has a low cooldown, so every time this ejector is up, for sure Burmese Ghouls will try to force out fights. So they will go for the crits right now as they will pick the Bruno. So for this game, for game number 1, I do feel that both of the teams adjusted on how the way they drafted.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot as well.
Yeah, I think that if you think about it, Burmese Ghouls have really a very good control, very good idea of how they drafted, right? The order of picks. They get the best tanks first, and then they go for the Chango. There's a good answer, however, from Burmese Ghouls. That was Lunox.
Yeah, I do feel
Axis. I mean,
I do feel that Burmese Ghouls, they baited out the Lolita pick.
Definitely.
Because of the Jawhead that they have. Yes.
They aren't scared of the Lolita anymore because they have the Jawhead. And they last picked the Bruno, which makes a lot of sense this time because it has so much damage in it. So much big chunks of damage instead of those very small damage types, like for example the Claude or the Carry.
But let's see, because that's actually hard to do, especially if you need to target one using your ejector as a player. But again, these guys are pro players. So what am I saying right now? All right.
Yeah, definitely they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. Of course, it's all up to the supports here for this game. And I do like it because we did see a bait battle for that draft. Here we go. On to the Celestial Palace. Game number 1 for day number 2. Long will be using the carry Scott as the X-Born. Rin as the Lunox. Evil X will be using the Lolita, and Lassie will be using the Mash.
On the other side, you have Burmese Ghouls. It's gonna be maybe on this tank rock. It's Ice on this Hylos. Actually, it's Kid on this Chango. It's PV and DB on this Jawhead and Ace on the Bruno.
Alright, so in the mid lane, we do have a little bit of pokes here from the Grok and Kid, but I do like what Axis Esports is doing. They are giving Long the time of his life. This will of course go to the Lunox, but right now Carry, having the Bounty Hunter, will get a good amount of XP to deal with this Jawhead in the bottom lane. So if the Carry goes level 4 before 2 minutes, the Lolita can just immediately leave him be and enjoy his time here in the bottom lane.
Now they will try to take this River Crab and are able to take it for sure. They're forcing out the Joy this time. They're diving towards it. They will go for, of course, the unstoppable force. Well, that is happening up top already. There's a push on the turret, which is very, very quick.
Very quick, very fast. But both of these teams having the same plan at the same time. Unfortunately for Axis Esports, the turtle will spawn in the top lane. So right now, I think they don't need to set it up because Burmese Ghouls has the map advantage. Plus, they are now having their early boots, so they can rotate very quickly in the top. So as we can see, the Bruno and Ice is setting up for this objective take as they will push out the tower.
Yeah, I think it's very important for anyone, particularly for Burmese Ghouls, to secure all of the turrets against their enemies, because what it does is it gives you map control. At least it increases your real estate in the game.
There you go, like we said. But again, this is the early game damage coming in from Rin. The Order of Chaos really paying off.
This is a lot of damage, of course, coming out from this Lunox. And there's a lot of pressure, however, from Burmese Ghouls in the middle. Expert will be here to defend, as well as the Lolita.
Initiate retreat!
And they will just retreat this time, but they have the damage onto the Grok. Grok, however, runs away. Very, very tanky.
Maybe survives, even popping that movement speed sprint. There you go. The turtle for an exchange for a kill. I will always take that. But again, Team Burmese Ghouls having more experience, especially in the international scene. They do lead by around 1,000 right now, and Kid is at level 7.
Launch attack.
He will probably go for the immediate Ring of Durance or a burst item.
Yeah, Durance for sure. Let's see how they will utilize this early lead coming up from the Chango, but instead they will just secure the grab. There is the ejector. There you go. They want to go for the core this time.
Whoa!
But of course, a very nice usage of the wild charge to stop the bulwark.
That is part 2 of the death of Team Axis Esports. As again, we've said this in the early game, you will pick the Jawhead for picks. For pickups, and that is going to be an objective here in the bottom lane for Team Burmese Ghouls, and they do want to shut down the space being created too long. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
It's going to be a block from the Grok. Meteor shower is not available, but this means that they will again take away the buffs from Axis Esports. They always do this, and very importantly, Burmese Ghouls having the lead right now, getting all the turrets as well as the buffs. Now, the glowing one is already available for this Chango.
There you go. It's going to hurt. Another clash here in the jungle. That is the last Insanity being popped. That is a Numinum Blast as well to cancel out more engage for Team Burmese Ghouls. But as I say this, they will just pick up one and they will be very disciplined. They will just disengage.
Just disengage, not being overly aggressive, not overextending against their opponents so that they will maintain this lead. Still 2,000 at this point. Kind of have to wonder, after 2 turret takes, it's still not a big lead from Burmese Ghouls. This means that some members of Axis Esports are actually farming well. Like, for example, the Masha, as well as the Lunox, they're having a good time. But, again, they should utilize their farm to defend their turrets at this point.
But again, in terms of tempo control, Burmese Ghouls are the ones dictating where to fight and who to kill. And like this, Evil X even surviving with a slither of health. That is a Numinum Blast counter go, and this is too deep coming in for Burmese Ghouls. But 2 heroes will fall down from each of the teams. Burmese Ghoals underestimating that Lolita shield.
Yeah, there's just way too much defense. We will have the U-Mobile highlights this time. A very nice usage of the wall charge. However, they should not have been chasing this time. Of course, with the defense from the Lolita, able to run away, the Luminum Blast even connects, and it punished the members of Burmese Ghoals.
That is indeed a nice flicker from Evil X to dodge out the second skill of this Chango, and it will give Axis Esports the ability to come back from this small deficit right now. It's still an even ball game. I do feel that Axis Esports, when we go up to 9 minutes, they will deal a lot of damage.
Turtle resurrecting soon.
It's very, very important. This time, gonna be a block on the drop. Now they will attempt to go for the turtle at this point. Burmese Ghoals, they do have a lot of control around the turtle area, and they are able to take it very easily, extending their lead once again, and of course giving them better chance of winning the team fights because of the turtle buff.
Yes, you are definitely right. But look at this, both of these carry players, the marksman, is having a good time, just farming up along with one vet. The Bruno still doing nothing yet. But as you can see, in terms of scaling, the Bruno is better in terms of one-on-one against the carry, especially having the crits. But as I say this, Team Axis Esports still buying time, pushing out the top tier 2 tower.
So instead of doing anything else, what Axis Esports did was just to match the movements of Burmese Ghoals. They just pushed the bottom lane, the top lane, when instead of defending the bottom lane, but there will be a clash. There's the Luminum Blast. It's gonna hit up to one, but they are able to kill up another.
There you go. That is indeed a late glorious pathway, ladies and gentlemen. The fire is burning on the dance floor for Mr. Scott, but Bruno will shut down the Masha, and here comes a retaliation play coming in from Burmese Ghoals. One by one. Shower in the meteor, says Kid 001. That is the flicker, and that is the ejector for the Lunox. And Bruno taking down the mage player.
What a play from Burmese Ghoals. Very nice comeback. This is the replay, like we're saying right now. Could be a kill, of course. That's the Luminum Blast only connecting with one, but the Glorious Pathway actually helped them win this fight. They are able to take 2 kills, but because of their overextension, Axis Esports actually lost more, and Burmese Ghoals, of course, capitalized on this overextension from Axis Esports.
Yes, and the range is just too far from Axis Esports to reach Kid 001 and A002. Clutch flicker in, coming in from the Jawhead to immediately respond to Axis Esports disengage.
Needs that the Lord will be in here for the taking for Burmese Ghoals. Slowly taking over this time with the Grok.
That is a mess.
Spotting out the members of Axis Esports this time. Go for the Lord, of course, with the Bruno in there, they do have the damage. Berserker's Fury picked up by the Bruno. And the Divine Glaive for Kid on the Chango.
So you have the crits and you have the magic penetration. What can the Firaga and the Bulwark Shield do right now? 7-5 is the score, ladies and gentlemen. Burmese Ghoals. They do want to set up the Lord. They're pushing out all of the lanes, and the Lord will go to the bottom lane. Kid 001 just popping all of these meteor showers to get all the pokes that they need.
Very aggressive maneuver coming out from the Highlands, but the Bruno is here. They're taking the damage. It's actually hurting the members of Axis Esports. The Glorious Pathway is there, but the Highlands will still die. Will there be more coming out from Axis Esports? No, because Burmese Ghoals, all they wanted was the top tier 2 turret.
Yeah, they just want to push. That is a sacrificial play coming in from the support. But right now, the Lord is here onto the bottom side. That is another wild charge. Here comes the Luminum Blast. Kid flickering in. Unlikely, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes the push coming in from Burmese Ghoals. They do want to end the game. That is another ejector play. Alley-oop coming in. Coming in from the Jawhead, and everyone is on the floor. Just like Bruno Mars. Triple kill from this Bruno.
Oh my goodness. This Bruno sang the song, and Axis Esports, they danced all the way through it on cue, and now they're falling out. That's the wipeout, and of course the victory by Burmese Ghoals.
Turn down the lights and close the door. Axis Esports is on the floor.
My goodness.
Says Bruno. Says Ace007. Burmese Ghoals securing game number 1.
A very, very, very quick game. One-sided, I would say. Not in a way that they are always winning the fights, but one-sided in terms of map control. And in terms of the tempo as well, Burmese Ghoals are controlling it. Why do I say by tempo control? It means that they're dictating the pace of the game.
Yes.
They decide where the fights will be.
Yes.
They decide where to push. And all that Axis Esports did was to overly react to what they are doing. And eventually, they lost all the grasp of the game.
I do like the decision making from Burmese Ghoals exchanging a turtle